Alright, folks, this is Harris Sultan, the ex-Muslim atheist, and welcome to another episode of Sultan's House of Sin. So, a few weeks ago, I spoke about a bill that was tabled in Pakistani Senate, and I was showing some hope in that, and they tried that in 2017. Clerics jumped up and down, and they couldn't do it. And now this is a second attempt. The Senate, the People's Party, trying to pass a law. It's just a bill that there will be strong penalties against those who to help minorities against forced conversions. But again, it's just a bill, hasn't turned into a law yet, and let's see how it goes. It's not good news yet, because it'll be better news when it actually does become a law and these clerics are arrested. And I think some of the punishments recommended are like something like 15 years or something, which is good. So let's see which way it goes. Some people were telling me that it might not get passed again, because this is the third time it has been rejected. So there was a bill tabled in Pakistani Senate that demanded more protection for the non-Muslim minorities in Pakistan, such as Hindu girls and Christian girls, because they keep getting kidnapped and keep getting converted to Islam forcefully, and mostly minor girls, 15, 16-year-old girls. We never see 15, 16-year-old boys, Hindu boys or Christian boys being married off with Muslim girls, even after conversion of Islam. No, we never see that. So there was a bill. This is a third attempt, and then it was rejected. Now, some of the claims are very interesting in this. So a Senate panel on Thursday rejected two bills, one for the protection of minorities and the other seeking amendments to the Muslim family laws. The Standing Committee on Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony met under the chairmanship of Maulana Ghafoor Haidari. Maulana, so he's a cleric. The Protection of Rights of Minorities Bill 2020 was introduced in Senate last month by Senator Javed Abbasi, so that's a good guy. Senator Rukhsana Zubairi had presented the Muslim Family Laws Amendment Bill 2020 in July this year. Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony Minister Nurul Haq Qadri informed the panel that a committee was already working to prevent the forced conversion of minorities, as a Hindu had been made chairman of the National Commission for Minorities. That's true, but that doesn't mean much. He added that a uniform curriculum was being introduced in the country, and the Education Ministry had ensured the removal of hate material from textbook. That's true as well. Well, we haven't really seen it translated down to the textbook level yet, but I'll just take it on good faith at the moment. He further said the curriculum for class 1 to 5 was ready, while that for the rest of the classes was being prepared. Okay. Senator Hafiz Abdul Karim, a member of the committee, said a bill for the protection of rights of minorities of Muslims should be presented instead. So he's worried about the rights of Muslims should be presented in Pakistan. It's already a Muslim country. Minorities in Pakistan have already been granted several rights. Right, really, they have been. They can't even get a freaking temple in Islamabad. A lot of fuss is made when some Hindu girls convert to Islam and marry Muslim boys. Everybody has a right to freedom of religion. Wow, look at this. Just look at this. How many people are actually, according to these estimates, nearly 1,000 girls every year, Hindu girls are converted to Islam every year. Nearly 1,000 girls. And he's saying some. And not one Hindu boy is married off to a Muslim girl. How's that? And what about atheists? He says everybody has a right to freedom of religion. What about Ahmadis? Ahmadis are not allowed to even build mosques in Pakistan. They're not even allowed to declare themselves. Well, they are forced to declare themselves Ahmadis, and then they experience discrimination in government and even private sector. So what kind of freedom of religion is that? Can people declare themselves atheists in Pakistan? No, they can't. So what kind of freedom of religion he's talking about? Senator Raja Zafarul Haq noted that there were very few instances of forced conversion in Pakistan in comparison with India, where a war had been waged against minorities. What about it? What kind of a nonsense is that? First of all, there's actually no evidence that India has any forced conversions. There isn't. There are some hate crimes, but then I would still say they're not as many in India as they are in Pakistan. That's first of all. Secondly, what difference does it make? How does India get into the conversation? So this is the whataboutery that these guys play. They're full of nonsense. They can't even give rights to their own minorities and then they demand the rest of the world to respect the 7th century warlord caravan robber. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, these people have become so hypocrite. Their heads are stuck so far back that they can't see anything other than their own bullshit. That's how screwed they are. I'm just saying there are forced conversions in India, bribing poor Muslims to convert, but yes, Israel. Look, I don't know if people are bribed and they think, okay, maybe I'll take some money and I'll convert. I showed you a video of this Pakistani guy who was saying he was offering $2,000 for every convert. A week earlier we saw a whole village that converted to Islam, a whole Hindu village converted to Islam. I'm not saying they were forcefully converted, but people do it for their own reason because the countries there's so much discrimination. So they make a decision. To help me produce more videos like these, support me on Patreon or PayPal.